I want you to understand my emotions are badly mixed on this, okay? So I'm a little messed up psychologically on this game and who I want for my Dallas Cowboys. But I badly want the New York Football Giants for a number of reasons. Number one, I just don't like them. And I'll just tell you, for years and years as a Cowboy fan, I just don't like the Giants. I especially don't like these Giants because they're quarterbacked by Eli Manning. And Odell,
what did Eli ever do to you besides beat your Cowboys?
He beat Tom Brady twice.
Oh.
So think of what he's done. He robbed Tom Brady twice.
He
lucked up. He lucked up and beat him twice. Stole it from him. Stole it right out from under his nose in the first Super Bowl. And this year, think of what he's done to me psychologically. He's beaten my Cowboys twice by I don't know how he's done it. It's by 1 point and 3 points. So I sit back and I say, look, Odell, look, I've gone back and forth with him on Twitter. I like him, but it's hard to respect his egomania. He's just like run amok. And this going to Miami thing just sent me over the edge. But again, the point is, I want the Giants because I'm convinced my Cowboys could beat the Giants, that the third time would be the charm. And I will be the first to admit to you, I do fear Aaron Rodgers. As hard as I've been on him on this show, in this kind of game, at this point in the season, if in fact he does to the Giants what I think he's going to do, if it's a 28-17, he throws 4 touchdown passes, and you come in and say, and I have to listen to Rob Parker and others just go on and on about Aaron Rodgers, this and that. Look, is he capable? This is the worst case scenario. Is Aaron Rodgers capable of going to Jerry World the following, it would probably be on Sunday?
Yes.
And destroying the Cowboys, just lighting them up? Because their defense is, it's pretty good. It's gotten better and better, but is it torchable? Sure it is. It's torchable. Could he throw a party at Jerry World? Could it be 42-14, Aaron Rodgers? Does he have that kind of nuclear capability? You better believe he does. I get that. But the Giants don't. And the Giants, okay, let's just do Aaron Rodgers. So my Cowboys went up there on October 16th. And how did they do it? They dominated the game from start to finish. They took the ball in the opening drive and just went right down the field and scored.
Correct.
And it got completely out of hand early in the fourth quarter. It got to 29-7.
Right.
And they dominated every way you can dominate that game. But Green Bay turned the ball over 4 times in that game. Could I trust that Green Bay is going to come to Jerry World and turn it over 4 times? Because Aaron Rodgers threw an interception, he lost a fumble, and then they lost 2 other fumbles.
And he fumbled the ball. They were going in for a score.
Yep, you're correct. My Cowboys turned it over only 1 time that day, so it was 4-1 in turnovers, even though it looked like the better team was the Dallas Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers had his, by far, season worst QBR of 35. Dak threw for 227. Ezekiel ran for 157, and they dominated every way you can dominate. But again, that was a different Green Bay team. I still think this is the same New York Giants team. And I look at the 2 games. I look at opening day at Jerry World. Do you realize my Cowboys dominated time of possession? This is Dak's first ever NFL game, and he's starting for the Cowboys.
Sunday night.
Was it at 9?
Was it Sunday night?
Maybe it was. It was afternoon.
Sunday
I thought it was afternoon. They dominated time of possession 37 minutes to 23. They were 10 of 17 on 3rd down. But Eli went 3 for 3 in the red zone, 3 touchdowns. Dak went 1 for 3 in the red zone. Why was that? Why was it?
I don't know. Why was it,
I know exactly why it was, because Measly Beasley dropped a touchdown pass at the 2-yard line, wide open.
You got anything?
Yeah.
You didn't request that tape?
No, I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it anymore. And then Des Bryant had the ball right in his hands, the back of the end zone, and could not hang on to it. And I'm going to call that, by his standards, a dropped touchdown pass. So you're leaving. That made it 3-0, then 6-0 Dallas instead of 14-0 Dallas. And then we know what happened at the end of the game. Terrence Williams caught the ball, and he decided to cut inside instead of outside. And I still say that Dan Bailey could have made a 58-yard field goal because he'd made a 56-yarder earlier in the game. That would have won the game because that was 20-19. Then let's go to the last game, December 11th at the Giants. 10-7 New York Giants, and Dan Bailey's 55-yard field goal at the end of the half. Could I please see this? It's up. It's looking no good. It hit the crossbar. It hit the crossbar in a 10-7 game. Do you realize it would have
was a
tilted?
month ago.
It would have tilted the playing field. It would have given Dallas 3 more points at halftime, and the strategy changes throughout the second half. It was total yards, 260 for New York, 260 for Dallas. My Cowboys were only 1 for 15 on third down, but guess what Eli was on third down against my Cowboy defense? 2 for 14. What did Eli say right after the game? He volunteered this to the media. Could we hear it, please? Thank you.
Eli's not talking.
It was tough. Field was wet. You were getting some wet balls. A couple balls, just getting just enough wetness where it's coming out of your hand funny. But it was one of those days where we're gonna have to run it a bunch and be patient with that and just hopefully hit a couple big plays.
What have I been telling you? It was a wet ball game, and Dak Prescott, the rookie quarterback, had not experienced that against an arch rival on a big night game on the road.
He's never played in rain before. He's been a quarterback his whole life.
Not at this level with this kind of pressure and expectation, with Tony Romo looking right over your shoulder from the sideline, ready to come in for you. And he had the only inaccurate game he had all season long. It was a wet ball game, and Eli, bless him, made one throw.
Minnesota? Was he accurate in Minnesota?
I thought he played real well. He made 3 or 4 big throws that won the game. Did they win the game? I think they did. Yeah, on a tough Thursday night, loudest place in America. Come on.
Can I? You gonna let me have the floor?
No. Yeah, I'm not finished yet. So what I want is the New York Football Giants with a dry ball at Jerry World the next weekend. That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting like crazy for the Yacht Club to come to Jerry World. That's what I need and what I want. Thank you very much.